Okay, so let's try a part two. I've got absolutely no idea what happened then. It wasn't the internet connection. It just came up with a whole new signal that said broadcast lost transmission. But we still all had internet and everything's happening, and for some reason it wasn't linking somewhere, and we don't know where the issue was. We're not... yeah, I was probably sick of saying it. We're not Volvo and we're not the Vendée. We're just us, and I got no idea what happened. But anyway, a quick one now just to explain the whole lead into Jean-Luc getting around Cape Horn here. Mark Slat's up the top. Basically, he's got reasonably good weather for the next 3 days, and then he gets some stronger winds. But we're just going to focus now on what Jean-Luc's going to do. He's our first guy around, and we're all looking forward to that moment. So as it stands right there, he's in the middle of probably forecast winds of 45-50 knots there. It's going slightly into blue, so maybe 55. It'll be gusting higher. Because it's so narrow, the band, and because the wind is from the northwest, the sea state shouldn't be too big, but let's have a look anyway. Anything from the north, it's usually pretty reasonable. Yeah, there you go. It's not into the whites or anything, so it's probably 6-7 metres. Still big by anyone's standards, but Jean-Luc should be coping with that. And I've got to get onto the wind again. And he's happy to be sailing downwind. Anything after the beam, it doesn't affect the damage that he's had on the rig and the repairs that he's made. So he's quite able to make good speed, and he is doing just over 7 knots. He'd be happy with that. It's going to disappear pretty quick, this breeze. So I'll just clip that, and we can go through every 3 hours. So it's up to 5 hours now, 14, it's 14, 15, no, 3 hours. So literally within 3 hours it's gone. That's 6 hours from now, and he's back into a nice steady 25, 30 knot westerly airflow. So, and as I was saying previously, if he's clever, he will actually then go to the west rather than keep dipping down, because this little number here coming from the side, it's a short, sweet gale that's coming through. This is every 3 hours. This position, so 3, 6, 9. There's 12 hours, so 12 to 18 hours from now, this sort of nice nasty little system with 60-70 knots, which is building, you can see it got bigger then, is going to come right through his area. So the best thing he can do is go west right now in the next 12 hours, and it might, the majority of it, because if he's doing that, he's going to be over here somewhere, and you'll see he's going to run across the top of it. If he goes southwest, at that point he's going to be down here, and he's going to get the worst of it. So so hopefully he goes west and not southwest on course, and waits until it goes. So you can see then it just blows up into a big system around the Cape. This is very typical for the Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean and Drake Passage, that's the gap between Cape Horn and Antarctica down south, they get squeezed in here. So you can see it's heading down. Anything in this area is going to go directly under Cape Horn. But he'll hook into, he should be able to handle that easily, touch wood. Hopefully everything goes well. And then he's got a bit of a break going through. You can see he'd be making to the west, but there's another system about to pop up. But solid breezes. This is classic Cape Horn area, where lots of ships have come unstuck. He's going to have a nice westerly time there going through. This is on the 20th now, so 3 days, and you've got this one coming across, and there's nowhere for him to hide on this. It's already quite big north-south, and he's got nowhere else to go. He's got to go around the Cape, so it's going to sweep over his area. But by the look of it, so this is now on the 21st, late on the 21st. So this is about 4 days' time. But this is what you call Southern Ocean. That's just normal. These big areas of westerlies and then increasing gales, and the sea will build up. It'll get very big here. This whole system is going to produce some quite solid seas because it's over a long period of time. And so just even looking at this, the first thing I think of is how lucky is he. He's had a few short ones and he's made some distance. So he's about 850 miles from Cape Horn at the moment. This is on the 22nd, so that's 5 days away. If he's making 6 knot averages, that's 150, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5, 6 days he's going to be under the Cape, and this is weather for 5 days away. He may get around even just as this one's hitting and get the other side. The change is dramatic. Once you get around the corner, if you just watch this, if I just build this up here and expand on Cape Horn, everything that you see coming around, if I look at the back edge, you can see as soon as you get past this line here, everything just changes. Your whole world's completely different. And that's the reason that you breathe a bit easier once you get around the corner. You see, if I go around there, you see it's all just changed. I remember when I went around distinctly, it was like just cheese and chalk. So anyway, Jean-Luc's going to have what I'd call a traditional rounding of Cape Horn. The good news for him is that the wind direction is correct all the way. He's only worried about headwinds or anything forward of the beam, stressing the rig. He's been up there 4 times now to make the repairs and another time to add some extra stuff. So it's looking pretty good, and we'll look forward to seeing him on the other side. Same with the others. So this is just a quick update just to let you know what he's going through. And as I say, Mark's looking good for the next few days. He'll be happy to get over the corner. He's on the hunt. He's about taken out another 100 miles on Jean-Luc in the last 3 days or so. And he wants to catch that guy desperately. Good on him. Let's just see what happens. Interesting to watch. Thanks a lot. See you later. Sorry about having to put it in 2 bits.